WhispersRed ASMR.
Hello there, this is Emma. I'm just about to go to sleep after a long day. But before I do, I thought we could have a little look at this book. It was sent to me by a friend and viewer, Katie, quite some time ago. And it was for, as she said, future use. That future is here now. We are accompanied by the light of the Himalayan salt lamp. So the book looks a little more orangey than it actually is. It's a grey cover. It's called, as you can see, Unplugged, a book about shoes. By Hannah Rochelle. Love fashion, love shoes, hate heels. It's all about flats. This book is for anyone who's ever taken their heels off on the dance floor at a wedding, lugged about emergency flat shoes in their handbag, or fallen down a set of steps in a pair of platforms. This is a book about all flat shoes and how to wear them. And here is the contents. All the different types of flat shoes. Unplugged.com is a blog about stylish flat shoes written by me, Hannah Rochelle, a fashion editor who never wears heels. I'd never felt comfortable in heels, but when I embarked on a career in fashion, I felt a certain pressure to wear them. As a result, I totally lost my style identity. I'm a bit of a tomboy, and them when I go out, or in the evening, or in the daytime. I have a few pairs of wedges which are easier to wear and a bit more comfortable, I find. But other than that, I wear flats too. I've got tons of heels, lots of heels, but they're not practical for running around the supermarket and all that stuff. So this one is about ankle straps. I really like these shoes. What, you might ask, is there to say about this shoe other than the fact that there is a strap around the ankle? Well, not an awful lot, I suppose, but I love this style of pointy bump. It's really flattering, bizarrely managing to lengthen the legs when he taught really to do the exact opposite. Ankle boots can make legs look shorter, whereas ankle straps will show off most of your foot, with much more flattering results. And there's something nostalgic about these shoes too. I love them. This one is Ballet Bumps. To prevent yourself from looking like you are en route to an 8th birthday party, the key is to choose bumps that are a narrow fit and low cut on the foot, ideally with a bit of toe cleavage. French sole has nailed the most flattering cut of shoe. They make your legs look almost as long and elegant as a heel does. Here is a picture of some biker boots. Blotcher boots. Now, I never knew that there was a word such as blotcher, but obviously there is, and that's what they look like. As well as laces, blotchers often have a side zip, which saves you from having to unlace them every time you put them on. These are brogues. I like these shoes. I have a pair of silver brogues. They're really nice. And the good old Adidas Stan Smith trainers. I've had some of those in my time. In 1972, an American tennis player called Stanley Roger Smith won Wimbledon wearing a pair of Adidas Robert Haylett tennis shoes. Their namesake was a French tennis player, but unfortunately for him, he never won a Grand Slam, and Stan Smith was a much catchier name. The next page has a picture of Chelsea boots, which are nice. Let's have a random flick through and see what comes up. Deck shoes. I have to say, I'm not a deck shoes fan. I don't know why. I just don't find them very appealing. It might be because I've seen certain type of people wear them. Maybe. The next is Birkenstock. I've had a pair of Birkenstocks before when they were really a bit more in fashion than they are now. But I never suited them ever. They were a bit wide for me, I think. I just looked a bit, I didn't look very delicate in them like some ladies do when they have slim feet. I just, they just didn't look right on me. Here is a page about high tops. I do like to wear high tops myself, but I don't wear them that often because they tend to make my feet look too long for my body. For some reason, I'm just not quite tall enough to wear them. But they're cute. I probably just haven't found the right pair. I shall keep searching. It says here that high tops can be quite tricky to wear, particularly with jeans. A slim fit and turn-ups are essential, but they look great with short skirts. Getting it right is all about proportion. I prefer the slimmer baseball styles because I find they look more flattering on my little legs. But if you're taller, chunkier basketball styles look wonderful on your long legs. Maybe I should try the turn-ups and look for some slim baseball style ones and see if that helps. Jazz shoes, they remind me of school. All the dancers at school used to wear jazz shoes regularly. Jellies. Gosh, that brings me back. I used to have a pair of jellies. Jelly sandals, and I had a jelly bag as well to match. I think mine were clear jellies. I may have had some yellow slip-on ones as well. But of course last year. Jesus sandals. Those are quite cute, though I wouldn't wear them myself. I just don't look right in things like that. When I say Jesus sandals, I just mean very traditional looking leather sandals. And when I say traditional, what I really mean is ancient. These shoes date back at least 10,000 years. This is about Converse All-Stars. These shoes are called Oxfords. Oxfords, also known as Balmorals in Scotland, Bals in the USA and Richelieu in France. I said that really badly. Are unsurprisingly called this because they were popular at Oxford University in the 1800s. You might be surprised to learn, though, that this very classic shoe has its roots in rebellion. They derive from a boot called an Oxonian that eventually morphed into a lace-up shoe when students decided they didn't want to wear the dress code at the time anymore, ankle boots. Very naughty. Oh, these are cute. They are pointy pumps. I've had some of these before. A few pairs actually, just with the slightest heel, but that much. These are my go-to smart shoe for posh do's, job interviews and a touch of 60s chic, and were a massive breakthrough in my quest to never wear heels. When I first decided to ditch the platforms, it was weddings and important meetings at work when I really struggled to find appropriate footwear. There's something about the pointy bump, though, that feels a little bit like a heel. Stiletto heels have been cited as having phallic substitute qualities. In other words, having something about them that makes a woman feel as powerful as an alpha male, and that sharp toe mimics the same idea. Psychology aside, there's nothing more empowering than feeling comfortable, being able to run away from stuff and not falling down the stairs, which is a much better reason for choosing pointy flat pumps over a heel. Good point. This is the Nike Air Max. I've had a few of these myself as well. Nike was using its air cushioning technology as early as 1979, but it wasn't until 1989 that the air bubble was exposed and the iconic Air Max was born. Designed by Tinker Hatfield, an architect turned trainer designer, they were reportedly inspired by Paris's Pompidou Centre, its inner workings totally visible from the outside of the building, just like the Air Max. There are loads names of which reflect the years they were first issued and the decade they were in their height of popularity, the 90s. My first pair were the Air Max 95 in orange, and only recently succumbed to the great shoe shop in the sky, despite my dad's best efforts to fix them with super glue. Liberty regularly collaborates with Nike to produce trainers with its iconic floral prints. I mean to pick myself up a pair every year, and every year they sell out before I get the chance. If you can't own them, I say, paint them. And this is another section about trainers. The idea of adding rubber soles to sport shoes came from South American Indians who applied latex from rubber trees to their feet for protection. It's a tricky material, but a chap called Charles Goodyear, he who the tyres are named after, discovered the vulcanization process in 1839. Put simply, it turns natural rubber into a more durable material, which changed the shoe industry forever. Trainers first made their way out of the sports hall in the 1930s, but it wasn't until the 1980s that they really came into their own with the rise of hip-hop culture. They were certainly the starting point for my shoe obsession, and I have been known to sleep with a new pair next to my bed, so they're the first thing I see when I wake up. That's really cute. So lastly, before I go to sleep, the last one we come to is winkle pickers, which I'm very happy about. I don't mind a pair of winkle pickers myself. Very pointy with laces. I think this might be my favourite shoe, not least because I love winkles. They get their name from the exaggerated pointy toe, which was likened to the pin used to extract winkles from their shells. Yummy. Also known as pikes, they first became popular in the 60s and have always had a strong association with rock and roll. In the noughties, you could expect to see musicians such as Jack White and the Kings of Leon, hilarious comedy versions worn by Vic Reeves and Rob Mortimer in the 1990s. A Girl's Guide to Flat Shoes and How to Wear Them with Style. It's a cute book, isn't it? Plus it sounds good too. Nod